book another freelance design client before you do these 3 things. In this video, I'm sharing 3 essential things you need to do in order to get ready for your new branding, web design, or graphic design client. But you can get even more tips about how to set your freelance design business up for success by signing up for my free Freelance Essentials series linked in the video description below. Now, let's dig in. The number 1 thing you need to do before you book freelance design clients is you really need to brand yourself. As designers, we're always preaching to clients about how important it is to understand who their business is. We need to know their core values, mission, vision, goals, target audience, all that deep stuff that enforce design in order to create design that is going to help their business grow. So why is it that so many designers skip all of this branding work for their own design business? As a freelance designer, you are as much a business owner as your clients are. Just because you're one person working from home doesn't mean your business is any less of a business. You own a business, so you need to know who your brand is too. Now, for any business in any industry, when you first start out, there's a lot of learning and growing and figuring out who you are. So your personal branding can definitely evolve over time. That is very normal. It doesn't have to be set in stone, but you do need to spend some time thinking about who your business is, just like you would ask any of your clients to do before you do a design project for them. You need to know the purpose of your work. Why are you running a design business? What are you trying to help your clients accomplish? What are your core values? What is your mission? What is your target audience? You need to be able to articulate these things. Otherwise, not only are you going to just blend in and it's going to be difficult to book clients, but you're going to have a really hard time attracting high quality, good fit clients. All right, number 2, the second thing you need to do before booking another design client is clarify what exactly you offer. This kind of goes hand in hand with number 1. What I mean by clarifying your offer is, let's say you offer logo design and branding. What does that look like? What is included in that branding package? Are they getting a suite of logos, a business card design, custom icons, custom patterns? What do they walk away with? You might be thinking that this varies from client to client, and that's fine. This doesn't have to be set in stone either, but in general, you should be able to articulate what is included in a branding package, both on your website and when you're talking to a client. And arguably more importantly, what is the transformation? What is the non-tangible deliverable that you offer? They're not just getting branding, right? They're getting the confidence to want to plaster their logo everywhere. They're getting consistent brand guidelines, which allow them to build brand recognition and trust, and thus a loyal customer base. The reason it's important to have this clarity of what you offer is because it, A, builds trust for you as a designer. If people don't understand clearly what they're going to get, they're not going to hire you. And B, if they do book with you, you want to make sure that their expectations are aligned with what they're actually going to get. You don't want clients booking with you thinking that they're going to get XYZ out of their branding, and then it doesn't happen and they're upset. So you need to manage expectations, and you do that by really knowing what exactly it is that you're offering. Let's also just imagine 2 scenarios. 1, a prospective client reaches out to inquire, you book a consultation call with them, they're interested in branding, and they ask you, what's included in your branding package? You say, yeah, so we'll do your logo and whatever else you need. I'll design a couple options for your logo and you just let me know what you need. Or 2, a prospective client reaches out, you book a consultation call, they ask you what's included in branding, and you tell them, I have 2 packages. They can be modified, but essentially my first package includes a logo suite. This includes your logos in color and black and white for all print and web formats, so you'll have everything you need to use it smoothly on anything you need to create for your brand in the future. It also includes a business card design and a brand guideline sheet. My second package includes all of that, as well as branded templates for social media posts and design for a marketing piece. With either, you'll be able to confidently use your branding to easily attract and resonate with your customers. And reroute your design and your goals so you can be sure it will help your business grow. Based on what you told me about your business, I think the second package will be a better fit for you because XYZ. Which scenario sounds more comforting and trustworthy and legit for the client to invest in? On a similar note, let's move on to number 3. The third thing you need to do before you book another client. You need to flesh out your process from start to finish. You need to know exactly what every step is going to look like from the moment someone books a project to the moment you finish that project. What's going to happen when someone inquires? Are you going to send them a questionnaire? Invite them to a consultation call? What questions are you going to ask them? Once they book the project, what happens? Do you have a kickoff meeting? Do you send a mood board? How many logo options do you design? How do you present them to the client? How many rounds of revisions are there? How do you communicate this info to the client? What happens when they approve their project? What is that process like? How do you send them the final deliverables? How do you offboard the client? Yes, this is a lot to think about. And again, your process can and should evolve over time as you work on more projects and learn what works and what doesn't. I don't want you to feel like you have to have this all nailed down so perfectly that you never actually start offering services, because it's not going to be perfect the first time. But that's not the point. The point is is, if you go into your projects blind, just winging it and going with the flow with no set process to follow, that is how you end up with hiccups in the process, difficult client situations that you have to navigate, unhappy clients, and projects that drag out forever. And you also should be able to articulate your process clearly and confidently on a consultation call. If a client asks you about your process, you should be able to give them specific details and not just say, well, you book, I'll design a few options, you tell me what you like. Remember the two scenarios before about describing what's included in your services? The same thing goes for describing your process. Being able to walk a prospective client through exactly what it will be like to work with you builds their trust and confidence in you. All right, so the 3 things we covered in this video were very specific to how you present yourself as a designer to your clients. But I want to share 5 more tips with you about boundaries, contracts, and how to avoid costly mistakes in your design business. Head to the link in the description below and sign up for my free Freelance Essentials series to get these 5 tips. Let me know in a comment which of these tips resonates with you most, and don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more conversations for working better with your design clients.